Hi guys!
I'm Sean, this is Ollie.
And this is Travel Troubles. I do have a little bit of trouble saying that.
Travel Troubles.
Travel Troubles.
It sounds like you're saying Travel Truffles.
Yeah, Travel Troubles. And this is the 5th podcast of this, and do you know what that means, Harley? That this is the 5th podcast. I might have told you this about 20 times already. That percentage-wise, we are 50% more successful than every other podcast out at the moment, because they normally fail before the third's even published. We've got 4 published episodes, and this is obviously going to be published when you see it, guys.
Really? It's called published?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
What other stats should I tell you? You know how... I think it's got about nearly 200 views all around. No,
Waffle.
Right, anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. And we're going to talk about our week this week before we tell each other what annoys each other about each other. That makes sense.
Sorry, our week, since we recorded this last, has been work.
No, we went off to Penrith.
Okay, work and food shop. That has been our week.
Went to Penrith, sent some post, and then got the mass amount of food shop in one backpack we could fit in.
Yeah.
It was...
Backpack and a cool bag.
Yeah, we tried to test how heavy we can make a backpack, filling it with cans of drink and whatnot. So, yeah, it works. If you need to do...
My bag didn't fall apart, so that's good.
It was good. It was painful, though, the amount of stuff we had to carry back.
You were the one that offered to take the heavy stuff.
Yeah. You okay? You're a bit tired this week?
I worked this morning.
I had the day off again. It's lovely. So, did you want to start this week with the good and bad things, or shall I start this week?
On you go, because I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, right, good.
Not really.
Glad you come prepared for this week's video.
I never do. And then I normally hear what you're saying, and it normally riles me up enough to do. And then I think of something good on the
I wrote
one.
mine down, but now it's gone through my head. I'm like, I can't remember what I wrote down.
See, I mean, I don't come prepared, but Sean can't memorise it. So, I mean, who's really the bad person here?
I thought, I remember that. I won't have to need to look at that before. And I've now gone through my head, which has gone...
Why is it on your emails?
It's not.
It's not. It's a Word document. I thought it was on your email. It's just notes on your phone like any other normal person.
I'll just have a whole folder of positives and negatives about you.
Wow.
No. Right, let's start with the bad stuff, right? I've got it. So this week... we went off to Carlisle, like I was just saying. Carlisle, Penrith. So this week we went off to Penrith, like I was just saying. And the problem with going off to Penrith and travelling with Holly is... it's not Holly's fault. It's just a general thing. Like, it's sleep versus travel. I can either sleep in and have a nice little rest on my day off, and then we can go off to somewhere, or we can travel somewhere. It's not really... So the other day before Penrith, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. Holly said, "Oh, we're going to try it the 9:20 bus," and then she went, "Actually, no, we won't, because that never shows up. So we're going to get the."
That's not what Holly said.
20. This is what Holly said. 20 to.
That's not what Holly said.
20 to 10. I don't interrupt you.
Play back the clip from 2 episodes ago where Sean talked over the top of me during mine.
So it was about, she decided that we'd get the 20 to 10 bus or something like that. And so she let me sleep in. She apparently didn't wake me up. And then she gave me 4 minutes to have a shower, get changed, brush my teeth and head out the room. And then it was my fault because we nearly missed a bus, which we didn't miss. So, yeah, this is a point where you can make a comment on it. Is that how it went down?
Well, I had my negative because that was it.
Right, let's do your negative then, so you can tell your part of the story.
The night before the travel in question, Sean and I had a conversation. Yeah, we'll set an alarm for 9 o'clock. Keep in mind, we went to bed at midnight, which gives Sean a solid 9 hours of sleep. Did Sean wake up when the alarm went off at 9 o'clock? No, Sean didn't. Sean slept through it. So I got up, brushed my teeth, got myself ready, woke him up at 9:15. Keep in mind the bus that we're going to get is at 10 to 10. Sean then decided, I need to go for a shower. Now normally when Sean goes for a shower, it is the 4 minutes that he just said in question, because he's a bloke. However, today, or this day, Sean decided that he was going to have a luxurious 20-minute shower. 20 minutes. That is not including you brushing your teeth. You were in that shower for 20 minutes.
I have to wash my hair.
Yeah.
I have to condition my
Make sure it's not receding. Check for any greys.
Wash my beard, wash my body.
Sean, I know for a fact you have one product that washes your body and another that washes your hair, and sometimes it's both. And you kind of just do this with it.
It's a face and hair. So I've got a shampoo.
Face and beard wash that I bought you.
Yeah.
And you've got a shampoo.
Sometimes it doubles up as a hair.
You don't have that much hair.
No, but I have to wash it. Yeah, so that's
But no. So this is where it kind of leans into my positive. Normally, when it comes to planning and travelling, Sean, as we know because of episode 1, is anal. Sean normally wants to be there 40 minutes early, but that's when it's on Sean's time. When Holly's planning something and Holly wants to be somewhere, there's no rush for Sean.
So where's my positive? Where's the positive?
You're normally on time if I let you plan it.
I love how every week your positive's like, here's your positive, slap. Like, it's a backhanded compliment every single week I get. So it's like, so I think of two really good a positive and a negative. I get a negative and a negative, but here's your little tiny positive with it.
I've given you positives before. You're not getting one this week.
Well, my positive for you is the other thing.
I'm not done ranting.
Have you not? Carry on.
Personally, if it wasn't a gas shower that we had, and it was like the old one in the flat, I would have switched the switch off on you. I would just be like, no, sorry, or I went in and flushed the toilet, but I couldn't.
The light switch is on the outside of the room, so you can always just...
It was daylight.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter, because that's another thing Sean does. He just leaves the light on all the time in the bathroom.
Wow, this week's been harsh. This is the 5th episode, and she's going hard on me this week. Cause I feel like I shouldn't give you the positive. I don't think you deserve it now.
But you're gonna, because you're a soft touch.
I'm gonna, because I need the minutes for my video. So.
Oh.
So other things we've been doing this week is we've been looking at our trip to Asia, and this is the positive side of it. So our trip to Asia also is including a trip to Perth to see my grandparents, and we were like, oh, we should do that first, and we spoke about it, and we was like, okay, we'll look at flights. And this is where the positive comes, because most people would look at flights and be like, that's insane, just should get the most expensive ones and sort it out. Good thing about Holly and myself is we would look at flights and be like, yeah, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, let's try that. And we've tried about a million options, and also when you come up with the options, it's like a layover for 14 hours, and we're like,
17 hours.
17 hours or stuff like that. And we're like, we could do that. It wouldn't be the best, but we could do it. It was not like some people, when you travel with someone else, they're like, oh, no way I would be able to do that.
I was literally like, look if there's somewhere we can sleep.
Yeah.
Or a lounge.
It's like, yeah, you're not very high maintenance when it comes to travel. It's a good thing. Like, it's not like a bad thing. Like, you'd happily, just find me a bench in the airport and I'll sleep.
Keep this in mind for the podcast episode that will be released about the 14th of January-ish. Just keep that in mind, right? Holly is a lovely person to travel with. She's not high maintenance. She doesn't get grumpy when she's tired or hangry.
Oh, the podcast, this podcast.
No, you've said it now. I'm a lovely person to travel with.
As I said earlier, I'm just trying to get the minutes on the podcast.
Wow. Yeah, that would be, to be fair, kind of a bit. I said that you're good when it comes to travel when you plan it. So yeah, that again is where the positive comes in. Yeah,
so we're currently planning our routes to Perth.
Yeah, we were nearly going round the world anti-clockwise, not clockwise.
Yeah, so we first looked it up.
Because stuff carbon emissions.
Oh, no, we're technically on, the plane's already going, so we're jumping on it.
Yeah, but it was wanting us, so one of them that we looked at was wanting us to do London to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to LA, LA to Honolulu at one point, Honolulu to Melbourne to Perth. It was like 4 days of travel.
The one thing I hate about booking flights is the fact at the moment you look at it like, all right, so there's one we're actually looking at thinking about doing is going from here to Vietnam, Vietnam to Australia and then across Australia.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, if we could split the journey and we just do like for example here to Vietnam, stay there for a bit, then fly off. Technically it should be the same price. Yeah. But it's not.
No, they would rather
different.
They would rather make money on your inconvenience. They would rather make you sit and wait in an airport for 17 hours than let you be outside for 2 days.
Yeah. So, for example, flying here to straight all the way to Perth would cost you about 800 or something. If you split it, it'd cost you about over 1,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's not costing. You're getting on the same flights.
Yeah, and the flights were the exact same, just a couple of days apart.
And it's not like.
And we were looking at flying probably one of the days of the year that no one will ever want to fly.
Yeah. So yeah, but
it's not Christmas Day. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, so we're having fun looking at flights, and it's always it's very stressful when you're trying to get it cheap because we could easily book a direct flight for $1,400 each from UK to.
Yeah, we got it down to about £500.
Yeah, but we've seen about 600.
Yeah,
probably a good one. So anything we've got planned for next week? We haven't, have we? We're pretty easy going at the moment.
Yeah, I find out my rota every Wednesday, so we kind of wait until. Obviously, this is normally filmed before the Wednesday, and then
we work out what we're doing. So you can't really tell them what we're doing next week. But it's always great fun. We've always
adventuring somewhere in the Lake District because it's the only place we can go to, really.
Yeah. But there's always things that we find very annoying about each other. So don't worry, there will be an episode next week.
Sorry, you're boring me.
Wow, it always gets this time. You're boring you. Anything you want to add for this episode? Anything else I've annoyed you this week during the podcast or anything? No.
You're blending probably a little bit into the background with your pink t-shirt, but...
That's annoyed you, is it?
No.
The fact I'm wearing a pink t-shirt has annoyed you this week?
No. I helped buy it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good old Primark. Anyway. Primark. Anyway, I will see you again.
Soon.
Soon.
It's Primark.
Primark.